Okay. Hi, I'm Phil Lee. I am with Stewart County Community College Public Relations and Marketing. And today I am here with Director of Business and Industry, Norma Jean Dodge. How are you doing, Norma Jean?
Doing well, Phil. How are you?
Good, thanks. We had a little respite out over there for a break of B&I classes, but now you've got a ton of them ready to kick off again, ready for the whole academic year for the fall. And I'm sure that you're already thinking about spring already and kids college and all that. So what's going on with you? I know.
Oh, wow. Kids college. Yeah, I think it took me a month to recover.
But we've got classes going on, and so what do you have for us this year? I know that I'm sure that, every semester, every year you go over what classes do well, what don't do well, what people are interested in. And your first one is in September, correct?
Yes, correct. Our schedule is out now. If you've not seen it through email on our website and you'd like to receive it, we can definitely email that to you. It is about 9 or 10 pages. So, but we definitely want to get that out to the community so they could see what's available to them. Our first class is medic first aid. And actually we've had already a couple of calls today, people looking for CPR, AED, and first aid training. So if you are someone that has been wanting to receive that card or maybe renew your card, what a great opportunity to join us on September 9th. It is 6 hours. It's from 8:30 to 3:30. You have a 1 hour lunch break in between, and you'll go through some videos and also some hands-on. You'll have to demonstrate some of the stuff you've learned through the videos and the instruction, and the cost for that is $59.
And it's just a 1 day, it's just a 1 day refresher course?
Yes, and you do have to renew your card every other year. So if you're not sure, look at your card. It should have an expiration date on there. Just a great resource to just go and take that training, but also to have that skill and be able to possibly, you don't know when you'll ever need that. And so hopefully you won't, but if you're around somebody and you might need it, that you're ready to go and help somebody out.
Yeah, without a doubt, always good to know the refresher course out over there. And, to be quite honest, if you don't use it, that's actually great because that means that no one's in trouble when you haven't had to. But eventually that you have to do it, these are always great to know and to remind yourself. It only takes 1 day to sort of get everything to get all the certifications and refreshers back, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, and then our next class after that, Phil, that right after that weekend is concealed carry. We've had lots of calls during the summer. Our instructor had to take some time off there, but we are kicking back up in the fall with concealed carry. It is scheduled from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that first Saturday will be September the 11th. But then if you miss that, it's October 23rd. And we're still kind of on campus. We are still following some of the COVID guidelines. And so our class limitations are still limited. So for that class, we are still only taking 15. And last semester, pretty much his classes filled up at that 15 limit. So if that's something you've been thinking of doing, wanting to get your concealed carry license and take that course, sign up sooner than later. The cost is $100, and you just call our office and we'll make sure that hopefully there's spots available that we can get you into that class.
Now, exactly what is concealed carry? What do they learn in their class?
Well, definitely he'll go through some of the paperwork you'll have to fill out for the state, but some of the things too is they'll go out to the shooting range and they'll practice. They'll go through all the different laws and things that you need to be aware of. So it's just a great information, but also they do go out and practice at the shooting range. So because some of these people have taken the class before may have never ever shot a gun off before, and so this is some time that you'll get to go out there and practice. And then after the course is completed, all the information will be submitted to the state that you took the course, but then you will have to on your own fill out the application with the state.
Okay, and it's when is that again?
That is scheduled for Saturday, September the 11th, or if you can't make it because it's just not a good day or it fills up, because I think that's also the duck race. So it's kind of when we schedule classes, I'm like, oh, because there's so many things that are offered in the community. And so that is one of the things on that day, but also October 23rd is another option date.
Mm-hmm. And its size is limited, class size is limited. So if you're interested, you should sign up as fast as you can, or you can take the one in October.
Yes, and all our registrations, Phil, people can call and they don't have to come directly into the business and industry office. You can call and register over the phone. The only thing is you will have to have a debit card or a credit card so we can take your registration over the phone. Or if you want to pay with cash or check, you can come into our office, and we're located at the Industrial Tech campus.
Okay. All right. So what's next?
We are able to offer, in the past, we kind of rotated back and forth, lunch and learn, business over breakfast. And I decided that this semester, we're going to go back to our business over breakfast. Looking at the numbers and the people that are attending, personally, I've seen more, it works out better for people to come in the morning, because I think once they get started on their day, some people are either work later through their lunch hour, or they have another meeting that comes up. And so why not get this information right before the day starts? So we're going back to our business over breakfast format.
Okay.
And the reason we start this, it's been going on for several years now in partnership with the Chamber and the Kansas Small Business Development Center. The whole goal behind it was to bring businesses together, to network, visit with each other at a table while you're eating breakfast, and see what's going on around the community and with your business, but also to leave with some important information that will maybe help you with your business. And some people do it because it's either help them personally or their business. So that's why I said, but so it kind of depends on what reasons you're registering for the class. So the first one we're doing is growing communication in your organization. And you and I both know that's very vital within your organization, is how do we communicate among each other, whether it's with our coworker within our office or people across the campus. But if communication is not there, it may be misinterpreted wrong, or so let's prevent the way people think things are maybe, oh, I think she said this, or thinks it. No, let's figure out great ways to communicate with those, what things we're trying to relate to them to be successful within our business, or to help a client or a customer, anybody that's coming through. So we are having Allie Wooten, who's going to be presenting that seminar for us. And she's actually the HR director at Satana District Hospital. And so we're excited to bring her on our staff here to teach for us and do that 1 hour business over breakfast. So if you've never been to one, I encourage you to come. And again, we really want to see more businesses come out and just give them an opportunity to gather. Again, we did pick one of the bigger conference rooms on campus to allow for that. That is scheduled for September 15th, and it's only $15. $15 for 1 hour information and breakfast.
Yeah, I think that you actually hit it right on the head. You know, people sort of take communication for granted, but we all know that if you can't communicate with one another, a lot of times things just don't go right. And everyone needs to be on the same page. And it may be kind of simple, but at the same time too, you may not think of the things that go on, and it's incredibly important. So even though it's only now, you also get a chance to network, and I think that was one of the things out over with COVID. But since things have sort of maybe loosened just a little bit, and the fact is that we do have a bigger conference hall, I think that you know, it's a good time to get to know people, to get to network in with one another. Sometimes you just might get a relationship that just comes out of this, and you just never know.
Yeah, so that's a great opportunity about networking opportunities that I find myself, Phil, is when I meet someone and I'm like, oh, I know somebody, I met them so when you call them and you say, can we partner in this or do that, that they usually remember, hopefully, that they met you and they talk about things. And so, but I think it's always building relationships, and that's why I want to provide this opportunity. I'm just really excited about the business over breakfast formats that we're having this fall. A lot of great speakers that we have lined up. So keep an eye on what we're doing each month. And I would say it's the third Wednesday every month, but it kind of didn't work that way this semester. So we'll just look at our schedule and see how it is. But it will start at 7:30, goes to 8:45. We spend the first 15 minutes getting our breakfast, networking, and then we do the 1 hour presentation. Okay.
And like you said, it's a monthly series, right?
Yes, a monthly series. The classes will all be something different. So just, and what I'm excited about is too, when I said that, was a lot of these came from evaluations that people had said, hey, will you try this, or we offer this or offer that. And I'm just thrilled that we had people in the community that said that had those skills that they could be able to provide these trainings for us.
Okay, awesome. All right, so what else we got?
Also in September, the week of the 14th through it's 14th, 15th, and 16th, we offer 3 times a year the Southwest Energy Institute. It used to be the big gas compressor institute, and when the oil and gas field is it's not as much as it used to be in this area, but we still have people in the field. And so we want to make sure that we're still providing the training they need. But we also, like Jennifer just took a registration this morning for SEI from Nebraska. So even with like our NACE and SEI, we get people traveling from all over the place, whether it's Florida, Louisiana, and just whoever may need these type of trainings. And that's what the whole thing is, this whole group wants to do, is make sure we're still providing the industry training that's needed. And all the money that is from these trainings that we do go back into scholarships and equipment to continue the energy programs that we offer here at Seward County Community College. So that we're going to kick off first with AC interference and mitigation on pipelines. And we have 2 gentlemen out of Texas that'll be coming up. And I was talking to Rachel this morning that one of them is actually an SCCC alum. Mike Ames is going to come up here and be one of the presenters, and Cal Chapman. I'm not sure, he's been trying to work it out for a schedule. He did come out the last time we offered this about 2 years ago. It was very successful, and those that work in the pipeline industry look for that type of training. And that one is $150. It's a day and a half. It starts at 9 o'clock and ends at 4 on the first day, and then it goes a half day, 9 a.m. to noon on the second day. Then the next day, we do have line locating, and that's from 9 a.m. to noon, and that one's $75, and valve training. And most of our corrosion and there's people that work with pipeline will be taking those type of trainings, but even the line locating would be for some people. And it's kind of interesting because when I first started working with SEI and just seeing this stuff, it was like one day we had some people marking, they're like, look, Norma Jean, there's somebody doing a line locating. So it does, and you think, well, what do you need training for that? Yes, you do need training on this equipment, so you can find that. And you'll see a lot of those dig call first before you dig signs.
Right.
And then these line locating training will help you with the machines that you use. How do you locate a line? How do you mark them? So if you're a company that works with any of that, that is September 15th, 9 a.m. to noon. And if you do valve training, if you need valve training, that is that same day in the afternoon from 1 to 3. And then the next day, we wrap it up with natural gas measurements. And Matt Holston comes to us from Nebraska. He's our presenter with Black Hills Energy, and he'll be here the whole day with us doing intro to natural gas measurement from 8:30 to noon. And then he's going to be working with us on regulators from 1 to 4:30. Matt has been training with us for years, and we just have that partnership with Black Hills to make sure that we continue to provide that training. Excuse me, a lot of this is hands-on. I need to stop, Bill, and not talk so much.
So basically, are these like refresher classes, or are these people who go over there who come in, do they need the training? Who are you catering these to?
Some of these may be refresher. We actually have some people that come and repeat because they feel like they're going to get more information that maybe they missed the first time. But a lot of this may be new because there's people in the industry that maybe their job is expanded and they've got some of these other things that they need to take on. Just visiting with our chair for SEI, like when they work with some of their people within their own entity, they say, Norma Jean, so-and-so has taken this on now, and I need to send them to training. Let's make sure we offer that. So it's kind of a little bit of both. Those that want to hear it again and just build off of that, or those that have just been added to their job. And so they need some of those skills to help them continue with what they're doing.
And this is actually something that is, I know that you guys do this, all the time. I mean, like every year or every other year, but obviously it's a skill that the industry is looking for in terms of, oil and gas, and they need this. So it's great that you guys are always, having these programs out so you can continue the training.
Yes, and that's what the committee's been together. I look at the flyers and the things that we've done, and they've been together over 70 years within the area doing that. And there's such history with this, not technically all with Seward County Community College, but also with KU, and then the years that they've been here with Seward.
Yeah, and I'm sure that, when the committee gets together, they look at what programs they want to present, what's necessary, and obviously these are the ones that probably stand out, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay. All right, what's up? What's next? Okay, you need a drink before you choke on. Hate to see that. May need the CBR class. Is anyone over there taking that?
The next class we have is on September 17th. We have defensive driving for truck drivers.
Okay.
So if you're a truck driver, and they do get a card for this, and that one expires every other year as well. So if you have a card in your wallet and you need to look at that and see if it expired, we have a great partnership with our truck driving program here on campus, and they allow us to be part of that with industry people. And that one only runs from 8 a.m. to noon. And again, with limited spots, we're actually only allowed to put one in each of these classes that we partner with the truck driving. Before we used to put, several. So if you are interested, so like even with our CDL seminar, we took up like one spot for like 5 months because of the limitations, and people needed that. So if you're needing your truck driver, defensive driving for truck driver renewed, please give us a call. It's $45, 8 a.m. to noon on September the 17th.
How many slots do you have?
Just one. So yeah, one industry person can go in that one.
Okay. So first come, first serve.
Yes, definitely. But it is also offered on November the 12th. So if somebody takes the September class, we can get you on the November 12th class.
Okay.
And so also in September, we have our CMA update, which stands for Certified Medication Aid. So if you're a CMA and you need to renew your license, we offer it twice a semester, and then we'll go back in the spring. So please look at your license, because one of the things with CMA, we've had some people that their license will lapse, or so look at and make sure it's important that you renew. So since we're only offering it twice, it'll be for the first time we're offering is September 20th and 21st. It's 4 to 9 on Monday and Tuesday. It's $100. And then once they complete that, we'll submit their information, their application to the state to get their license renewed. And then in the same month, I think it's the week after, on September 29th, we will be doing the CNA refresher. And those are for certified nurse aides who need to renew their license. They'll have to demonstrate 18 skills to our instructor. And then if they do that, then she will sign off, and we'll submit that to the state as well to renew their license. And that one is $75.
Okay. And again, they have to get renewed every other year, right?
That one kind of depends. So they really need to look at their license and see what the renewal date is on there. Some it depends on when they got their license or when they were renewed. So that one is something they definitely need to look. And I know some people don't carry their license or they've misplaced it. They can get on the website and look up their name and look at the renewal dates for them.
But again, they have to renew it. So
Yes.
Don't forget. So like a driver's license, you call without it, you'll be out of luck. And so
yeah, especially there's like a time limit for the CMA. If it's not renewed within a certain time, you may have to retake the course. So that's why we strongly encourage them to keep up to date and look at the license.
Right. A lot of the stuff actually with the course, let me ask you this. Well, it's a refresher. Do they also get, if there are new things going on, do they get updated with that as well? Any of the new policies or procedures that they have to follow as well?
Norma is really good. Norma Sanchez is our instructor. She also teaches credit classes for the college. So she'll make sure there's anything they need to be aware of, that she keeps them informed of any information like that.
And that's for both classes, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay,
So
what else?
Also that month on September 20th is we are doing welcomes signs. We were going to do that in the summer and we had to postpone it. So we worked it out for September the 20th, and it's from 6 to 8. And if you want to make something, especially fall, I think people like to decorate in the fall. Tammy's going to join us and do a class on, she gave me like a sample, like welcome, we hope you like dogs, but you could do whatever you want on your sign for your door. I love the craftiness. I just wish I had the idea. So I like people like Tammy who are crafty and can share that with us and help us to make those kind of things for our house to look welcoming. So that class is $30.
So what exactly is it? Like a wooden sign that you put out?
Yes, it's a wooden sign.
Okay.
They'll paint it and they'll put their, they'll either paint it or put transfers on there and then decorate it to say whatever they want it to say. I mean, you see so many different cute sayings, and I'm sure they'll go through Pinterest and pick the one that works best for them, but they all pick their own. They're not going to do the same identical one. They could do whichever they like for their house door.
And you supplied all the materials?
For this one, we will provide them with a list of the things that they need to bring.
Okay.
Okay. So also that night, it's going to be a busy night because we have CMA, the welcome sign, but we also have all things Google. If you have used it before, or maybe you're looking into using a Google account, it's not just an email. There are so many things that you could do with Google. And I know even our students in the school district use Google for school. A great way to share information. Great way to, like, if you and I are writing a document, Phil, and I want you to edit it, if I'm on there, I could see you, and you're on there, I could see you making your changes. It also has Sheets, which is similar to Excel, so you want to use that. They have a business one, they have students use it. So if you're looking at it for your business and how do I use that, it's got a calendar, it's got so many things just like Microsoft Office, but some businesses use the Google. So what does it do for me? How do I use it? That's what Dustin Farmer is going to help and talk with you through and teach you of all the different things that are available. There's so many things that he could probably drill down in during the class, but this is more of an overview of what does Google have, what's available to you, and what are some things that you can do with all the different things on there between presentations, sheets, forms. I even did survey forms on there before. So that is only $35. It's 2 days, September 20th and 22nd from 6 to 7:30.
And I think it's really important to know that Google's not just, I mean, we all know that Google's a search engine, but it actually has a whole suite of applications that people can use, and it's free. And so I think that letting people know what's available and what they can get from it is actually pretty good. Like you sort of said, a lot of people use it because it is open source, and well, it is free, and it's a great way using, Google Docs or using Google Drive and all putting it all together. I think that's that's quite a resource to have, and to use it. Well, gee, there goes your business, and you have to pay for office. So there you go.
Yep. So if you're, especially small businesses, that's the route you want to look, and maybe you haven't made that decision. So take the class, see what it has to offer, and maybe you could do your pros and cons, whether, like you said, whether you use Office for your Microsoft Office or you use Google. But I do also emphasize that even if you don't use it for your office, if you have any students in the school system, they use it. And that's a great way to communicate with your child, or things to look at. Because I've had my kids say, "Hey, Mom, will you take a look at this?" And so it's just if they share it with me, and I can take a look and write my changes or editing to them, say, "How about this?" or "How about that?" And they can say, "Oh, I don't like it," or "Yes." But it just works well that way.
Okay. All right. What else?
Also that week, we have a new class. It's called Hand-Dyed Silk Scarves. A new instructor also for us, Gina Moore, is going to come out and work with us to learn how to dye a silk scarf. You'll leave the classroom with your own scarf. The class is $30, and that includes the materials and the scarf. So if you want to learn how to do that, she's also going to bring her display of what she's done, so you can kind of say, "Oh, I like that idea. How do I do that?" So that is only from 6:30 to 8 on September 23rd, and it's $30.
Now, is that a fashion accessory thing, or is that a cosmetic thing, or is that what, to make the dye scarves? What is that?
Yeah, it's that fashion thing, what ladies wear, and put with the blouse. I don't wear them as much. Things around my neck kind of drive me crazy, but my daughter loves scarves. I know there's some people that love stuff like that. So if you want to do something, like you said, for fashion, what a great way to come learn how to do this. So maybe you can make several of them.
And I guess that's actually true. You can also show your creativity. If you're a little eclectic, well, maybe you can do dye colors or whatever, or other different kind of things. So yeah, it could be definitely when you're going out at night for the auction, coming out
Yeah.
earlier. Well, actually, I don't know. Will it be available for that?
Yeah, we'll probably cutting it close, but maybe
Yeah.
next year if somebody learns how to make these, they can make them next year for the auction. Great opportunity there. If Sarah's listening, there she goes.
There you go.
I'm sure Sarah's always listening to stuff like this, and she does great about asking people about things. So,
all right.
Also, that day actually is our commercial driver's license. Actually, sorry, it's September 3rd. It's earlier in the month, and that one is already full because of the limitation for one, but we do have a November 1st. And then also, Phil, this is our last time being able to offer it. There are some new federal regulations that Michael McCarthy, our instructor, shared that these classes are going to have to go through a different format, and I know for sure they'll be offering through our truck driving program who are getting certified to be drivers. But this one day type seminar that we've been doing will actually not be on our schedule after this fall due to the new regulations. So November 1st, if you need, that would be your last opportunity to do that.
Okay.
Also in September, we have our QuickBooks Fundamentals. That is from 8 to 4. The cost is $149 and includes your textbook. If you are looking to buy the software, or maybe you already have it and you don't know all the things that maybe it could do for you, well, let us help you with the fundamentals, because we are going to offer an advanced class later in the semester as well. But Courtney Dunn has been doing this class for us the last year, and great class, great way to learn how to maybe set up your inventory, how to do your payroll. But again, this is the fundamentals, get you started. Let's get you started, and then you go and continue to work with it in your office. And then if you need more, then we will have an advanced class later in the semester.
And when is that?
This one is scheduled for September 25th.
Okay.
And it's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
Also in September is we have our EPA 608 certification. I know some of our own students go through that within our own HVAC program. So if you're in the industry that needs your 608 certification, Manuel Bustillos is our instructor, and this is a 4-day class. It's only in a half day. It's 1 to 5. And so he'll work with you and prepare you to take your test, because you will take a test at the end to earn your certification. I know the test intimidates people, and so that's why they want to take the class, and Manuel is very good at preparing them for that. We'll take it the last day, and the cost for that is $179. And again, that class is September 27th, which is a Monday. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 1 to 5.
Okay, so 4 days?
Yes, 4 days.
Okay, and then at the very end, you get to take the certification test, and all that's including the fee?
Yes, and that is taken that day. And just to let people know, the student is allowed to retake 4 times. So if you, for some reason, because I know I have kids of myself that have test anxiety. So if you take it and you don't do as well to pass it, they allow you to take 3 more after that. And that's within that cost. So come and let us help you prepare for it and go ahead and take that test that last day.
And that's for people who are in the HVAC industry, is that right?
That's one of the industries that we mainly do a lot of it for, is HVAC. There are some other industries I'm sure that have needed it before, because I know over here at the tech school there are several programs that take it as well. So if you are needing that 608 certification, we've had other companies that have been out here. I know National Carrier sends some employees to come and take that. Okay. We've had some people in the plumbing. It just kind of depends on what they're doing and what certification they're trying to renew it for. So,
all right.
And then also the last thing to wrap up the month of September is Outlook. I know we have it here at the office. We use it for our email, but it does so much, Phil, and I'm not sure how you use it, but I know you can put your to-do list on there. You could schedule emails. Like there was one week I knew I was going to be gone for a week, and so I scheduled all my emails out. Because you could put your scheduled dates when you want to send them out for reminders of classes. You could put groups of people. How do you use that? Just so many different things that you could do with Outlook. It's not just an email. And how can we help you to learn those skills? Take the class with us. Let us help you out. Ed Hall is great with this class. He does quite a few classes with us. So that one is 3 days. It's a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 4 to 6. It's September 28th, 30th, and October 1st. The cost of the class is $79 and includes the textbook, and it's from 4 to 6 in the afternoon, early evening, 6 o'clock.
I think it's so important, you know, like you're actually spending 3 days out over here. So Outlook is just much more than just emails, writing back and forth and just clicking. So there's so much more. And Ed's, like you said, he's teaching one of our certification classes for Outlook. And I think that this will be quite worthwhile.
Yes. And the reason we try to offer at least more than one day. And the reason we do that, whether it's a 2-day class or a 3-day class, is so you can practice it when you go back to your office or home, whichever you're using it for, because we want to make sure that what we're teaching you, you're applying it and then say, well, that still doesn't make sense. I tried it in the class. It worked because the instructor was right there next to me, but then I tried it at home or at work and it didn't work. So what do I need to do? And then you bring those questions back and we can help you out.
Mm-hmm. You know, one thing that I really wanted to sort of mention is that while, you know, we're looking for our service areas in these classes, actually, these classes, if they want to come in, if they're out of town, if they're interested, they should come on out. If you're in Garden, if you're in Dodge, and you're interested, you should come on down and take these classes. I mean, I think that'd be kind of worthwhile, right?
Yeah, we've had a group of ladies that came from Garden for our cookie decorating class in the summer. And we have people from Hugoton, Elkhart. We've actually had some Dodge people take our QuickBooks classes. So I think our goal is just to make sure we can meet the need in Western Kansas. How can we help people get the training or maybe just the community enrichment that they would like? And a lot of our community enrichment, I see people coming in groups because they just think, hey, let's have a date night with a bunch of girls and go out there, or even couples. We've had, when we do our cooking classes, we've had couples come out and do those together and just have a night out and have fun and then learn something new together.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I just want to kind of stress, is that it's just not limited. Oh, you know, I can't come out over here because it's out over there and I have nothing. But no, these community enrichment classes are just so much fun, and they're not bound by, you know, high borders, such as being, you know, oh, you're in Finney, oh, you're in Ford, you can't come. But no, you can. You're welcome to anybody, right?
Yes, yeah. So, well, even our business over breakfast, I did put it on our social media today, and we had a gentleman from Garden reach out to us today about interested in the class and what was the format and stuff. So that's one of the great thing about social media. If I'm a friend with somebody and they like it, then other people within the area see it, and so we get people that are coming down from all over.
Yeah, and as you notice that there's just a ton of classes out over there. You know, Norma Jean was just talking, and it just ranges the gamut from community enrichment to actual refresher training, actually technical. And so there's a little bit of everything for people out in the community for these classes. And again, how do you get in touch with Norma Jean to get these classes?
You call our office at 620-417-1170, or you can even email us. It's BNI, which is BANDI @SCCC.edu. And you can find our information. We have a Facebook page. It's SCCC Business and Industry. And then we also have a Twitter page. We try to put stuff on both of them to let people know. And like I said, it's just been a great resource where when people do call, it's like, where did you hear this from? And they're like, oh, they'll tell me who reshared it or retweeted it. I'm like, oh, that's a friend of mine, but they're like in Garden or somewhere further. So.
Right. So just quickly, I'm sure that you'll have some more new and exciting classes coming up in October and November.
Yes, we do. And I just met with Rachel this morning. We have a lot of big type classes that'll be coming out in October. So keep an eye that will deal with trauma in youth, also about crisis management. How do people work with getting information out during crisis? And so those are some of the big seminars coming up in October. So I encourage you to take a look at our schedule and see what we have. And one of the biggest things you'll see on my schedule, it says, help save a class, register early. So that's very important, because there's times we have to cancel a class because people need to make plans, especially when we're bringing speakers from Topeka or further into Western Kansas to do their presentation. We needed to give them enough opportunity and to let them know, hey, we don't have enough. And typically we try to make a week notice for that. And so if we have to cancel, and then within 2 or 3 days, or sometimes even within the day before, we get like 7 or 8 calls, and I'm like, oh man, we could have held that class. but people wait sometimes to the day before. So we really encourage you, if you see a class and you really want it, let's save those classes by registering early.
And again, you can either call Norma Jean at 417 1170, 1170, or you can check out any of the social medias, the college Facebook and Twitter page, the business and industry Facebook and Twitter page, and they'll get all this information at you if you're interested at all. All right, Norma Jean, thanks so much. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, yes, we're always looking for ideas. So actually, when I set my schedule out this morning, somebody sent me a list that said, oh, we're excited to see your schedule, but for next time, can you try offering this? I don't get offended, I get excited. So if you have things you want us to offer, ideas are great. And even the better thing is, if you know instructors to go with that too, let me know, because that's something that we need to find. You gave us the idea, now we need to find somebody to present that.
All right. Okay, Norma Jean, we appreciate your time, and we will talk to you next month, because I know that there'll be just as many, if not more, classes in October.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too.